Hello and welcome to our final day of our virtual S.T.E.A.M camp. So in your April 2nd bag, you will have the supplies you'll need for our natural egg dye. So you'll have an instruction sheet, you'll have a container of vinegar, a container of turmeric, and a container of paprika. You will also have some grape juice that is in your refrigerated bag, and you'll need both of those containers. You will also need boiling water and something to dye. We're using eggs. You could try using fabric, but I'm not sure how permanent it will be. Let's get started. Start by boiling 2 cups of water. Combine 2 tablespoons of paprika with 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. Add 1 cup of boiling water and stir. Then you're ready to add your egg. Combine 2 tablespoons of turmeric with 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. Then add 1 cup of boiling water and stir. Once thoroughly mixed, add your egg. Measure out 1 tablespoon of vinegar and add 1 cup of grape juice, which is both of the containers in your refrigerate bag. Stir and add your egg. We had some leftover cabbage juice from Monday, so we're trying a dye with this too. Our recipe uses 1 cup of cabbage juice, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and slightly less than 1 cup of boiling water. Here's what our eggs looked like after 30 minutes. That was our cabbage egg. This is our grape juice egg. Here's our paprika egg. And look at our bright yellow turmeric egg. We wanted to see how dark they get, so we left them for another 30 minutes. Look at how much brighter our turmeric egg is. Our paprika egg showing improvement as well. I'm not too sure about the grape juice. This looks more gray than lavender, but look at the blue on our cabbage egg. Just to see how dark we get, we left them overnight. Here they are after 24 hours. As you can see from these overnight eggs, the longer you leave them in the dye, the darker their colors will be. After you're done dyeing, you'll need to rinse or wipe off your eggs to prevent them from staining anything they touch. The grape juice egg started to develop a film around it. Once cleaned off, the color is very light. While this deep blue was very impressive, it too had a film with a lighter color underneath. Here's what our eggs looked like after being rinsed off. We know you want to see them individually too. This one is paprika. This one is cabbage juice. This one is turmeric. No, not a moon rock. This is our grape juice egg.
All right, hopefully you guys had fun dyeing naturally your Easter eggs. We're going to talk a little bit about the science behind this. And it actually ties into, if you watched our earlier video about cabbage pH, we're going to talk a little bit more about acids and bases, because that is primarily the chemical reaction that's taking place is an acid meaning a base. So natural dyes are all acid bases. And of course we're mixing what is an acid with distilled water, and as you remember, distilled water has a natural pH of about 7, which is neutral. It's not an acid, nor is it a base. And we're combining that water with vinegar. So vinegar contains about 3% acetic acid, and of course then we have our natural dye. So we used paprika, turmeric, and grape juice. And of course, depending on whether you do a hot or a cold method will change the color of your egg. If you see the chart in your little sheet that you got, it'll tell you what colors do what. So what's happening is, so we've got our water and our vinegar, which makes it acidic, and of course with our dye in it too. And then that's combined with our eggshell. So where is our base coming from? Our base is coming from our eggshell. So eggshells are made of calcium carbonate, and the calcium in the shell, which is our base, reacts with the acid in the vinegar to make carbon dioxide. So when we place the egg in the vinegar solution, you can actually see the chemical reaction taking place, and there'll be little bubbles forming on the surface of the egg. That's our, chemical reaction of our acid and our base coming together, and through the chemical reaction giving off carbon dioxide, and that is what allows our egg to become dyed. So you can actually see that chemical reaction take place. If you left your egg in there long enough, over several days, eventually the vinegar will actually eat the shell up, and you'll end up what we call a naked egg, which is basically you'll be left with the membrane and the yolk and the whites inside an egg, but the shell has been dissolved in the chemical reaction. So hopefully you guys had fun making your naturally dyed eggs. There are other dyes you can do. If you see your little sheet, you can do lots of other options. There's, onion peels, you can do parsley. So there's lots of options if you guys want to extend this further and experiment with some other natural dyes. So I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed our S.T.E.A.M camp week. And I will see you later. All right. Bye.